It's been a tough start for the Sharks as they sit at 1-3 on the young season, and they're looking for a shift in momentum, and they're needing some positives as they return home tonight to face the Newsome Wolves. And a pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome to J. Vince Thompson Stadium. Ben Tilley, Kenneth Haystack with you, and Kenny, it has just been a disaster so far for the Sharks. Last week against Plant City, only one touchdown scored and a couple of turnovers as well, and it just seems like the offense is throwing everything they can at their opponents, but nothing seems to be working right now. But our player to keep an eye on tonight for the Sharks, one that is giving it everything he's got and one that is a really fierce competitor, running back Andrew Lee.
Yeah, Ben, Andrew Lee, a powerful running back who's just been bulldozing through other players out there on the field. He recently told us he just wants to do everything he can to help this team win. But as we've seen recently, the running game is just struggling. Maybe it's time to switch things up within the offensive scheme.
Yeah, and last week we talked about the single wing formation, and it really did not work. They couldn't get anything past Plant City, but something to keep an eye on for tonight is the deep ball. We haven't been really taking any deep shots as of late, so maybe quarterback Roderick Mack Jr. needs to take one once in a while to get the spark plays for our offense and get some fireworks in our routine. But we're going to see what we can come up with tonight and what is shaping up to be an awesome game. Highlights are coming your way next.
Before we get into highlights, we were able to get an update from Joel Cosme.
So Joel, obviously a devastating injury for you last week. Can you just kind of take it through what happened?
Of course, you know, nobody wishes for an injury on their senior season, but it was definitely an emotional time for me the first few days. But of course, I got through all that. I'm here supporting my team as is, and I'm gonna continue doing that the rest of the season. Of course, after the season, once I get the surgery done next week, I'm gonna be back, I'm gonna be better. I'm going to just continue going to physical therapy, getting back to my old self, hopefully even better.
Now, speaking of being back, what does your future hold?
Going to college, for sure. For sure. Going to college, I'm going to play ball in college, and hopefully we'll continue from there.
Newsome didn't waste any time getting on the board as Tariq Sapp takes the first play from scrimmage all the way for a 70-yard touchdown. They missed the extra point, but they jumped out to a quick 6-0 lead. Riverview would strike back quickly, though, as quarterback Roderick Mack Jr. throws a laser to Julian Arthurs for a 25-yard gain. As the quarter ended, the team switched sides, and the Sharks would get on the board as Mack throws a 15-yard touchdown pass to Arthurs, and with a missed extra point, it made the score 6-13. In the third quarter, Isaiah Showtime Washington charges ahead for 32 yards. But, unfortunately for the Sharks, Mack's pass intended for Alex McPherson gets deflected into the air and picked off to end the Sharks' drive. Newsome would score a few more times, but with one last gritty drive, Roderick Mack Jr. takes a deep shot and connects with Alex McPherson for the long touchdown. But Riverview would come up short in this one as they drop another game to fall to 1-4.
Well, the Sharks couldn't get their bounce-back win tonight as they were beaten by Newsome by a score of 37-13. Kenny, we saw some signs of life late with the offense, but still, they've got a lot of things they have to work on.
Absolutely, Ben. While it was a rough game, one thing we have seen them improve on is turnovers. There have not been as many as there have been in past games. Right now, all focus just needs to shift towards next week for the start of district play against Durant.
Yeah, next week we go back on the road to face the Cougars, a really tough team. And as well, we've got Bartow and Bloomingdale coming up for these district games, and these are must-wins if we want to see the playoffs. For Shark TV and Shark Attack, that's Kenneth Haystack. I'm Ben Tilley, and we'll see you next week.